What's up, guys? Mickey Gamonal here with Gamonal Tutors. Today, I'm doing Mini Quiz Monday, but I did want to do a quick shout out. I will be doing a ASVAB Bootcamp, 6-week ASVAB Bootcamp, where if your score doesn't go up, you can get all your money back. So it is one of those things where I'm just trying to help some students improve their score. I'm only taking the first 15 students. So if your score doesn't go up, you get your money back. So it's really one of those things where you don't really have a ton to lose if you're trying to improve your score. So if you are looking for a little bit more consistent ASVAB help, we're going to be doing 3 days per week over the course of 6 weeks. At the end of those 6 weeks, if your score doesn't go up, again, you get all that money back. Keep that in mind. Now, for today's Mini Quiz Monday, I am actually just doing a correction. So it should be pretty laid back. A quick correction from a mistake that I made on a Monday way back in the middle of September. Big shout out to the person on YouTube who noticed that I did it wrong. And again, like I've told all of my students, like I try to tell a lot of people, is mistakes really are the way that we learn. If you're not making mistakes, you're probably not pushing yourself hard enough. You want to make mistakes. Mistakes really mean that you're in that education language, we say zone of proximal development, right? It's where you're growing as a person. You're just beyond what you already know, and that's where you're going to make mistakes. If you're doing things that you don't already know, that's where the most learning can happen. So big shout out to the person on YouTube who noticed that I had made a mistake. It was an averages mistake, and it was a mistake related to reading the question. Without any further ado, let's get started. Whoa. All right. So this is the question that I had made my mistake on. So ASVAB Mini Quiz Monday, Gage has 4 daughters. One is 6, his twins are 11, and the other is a 16-year-old daughter. What is the average of the daughters? My mistake, I think I said 10.5. And the mistake that I had made is I counted 4 as an age, which was wrong. 4 was not an age. It was. So let's go through and try to solve this one more time, see if we get a different answer. Averages, as I explained in the last video, and I'll explain it again here, average is equal to the sum of numbers divided by the number of numbers. So in this particular question, this is going to be the sum of ages divided by number of daughters. And so as you can see from this question here, he has 4 daughters. So that part's already filled in. That's going to be 4 is our denominator. Now the numerator is the different ages. So one daughter is 6, his twins are 11, and he has a 16-year-old daughter as well. Okay. And so you put all of those 4 ages, right? So it's going to be 6, and then the twins, which are 11 and 11, and then the 16-year-old, who's the eldest. Add all those up and divide by 4. Now, last time I said the average is going to be between 4 and 16, which was wrong because 4 is not one of the ages. It's going to be between 6 and 16 because 6 is one of the ages. So you can add all these up and you should find something that's in the middle of all these numbers. So let's see. 6 plus 11. 11 plus 11 is 22, and then 16 here. Let's just add that together. 6 and 6 is 12, plus 2 is 14. Carry the 1. And then 2 plus 1 is 44. And so 44 is going to be the sum of ages divided by 4. And 44 divided by 4 is 11. And you can see something cool happens here because the mistake I made was putting a 4 there. And you can see that the difference between ages 6 and 4 isn't that big of a difference. And the answer that I got was 10.5. And 10.5 to 11 isn't that big of a difference either. So it doesn't throw off the average that much. And that's what a well-written question is going to do, is it's going to have just enough to just barely be off. Like that's why you need to really pay attention to what the question is asking. So once again, I think I have my YouTube up here somewhere. Big shout out to Claire Perlac7236. Thank you so much, Claire. I really appreciate you catching this mistake and letting me know, letting everyone know about the mistake, because mistakes are such an important part of learning. They are probably the most important part of learning. I tell my students all the time, if you're not making any mistakes, you really don't need a tutor. You're wasting everybody's time if you're not making any mistakes. So I made a mistake here. Thank you so much, Claire, for catching it. And hopefully this makes it very clear for everybody. Whenever doing averages, you want data. And so you can just accidentally grab onto the wrong number here and get the wrong answer. So 4 is not an age, it's a number of daughters, and therefore you can't add that into the sum of ages to get the average age. The average age here would be 11 and not 10.5. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, if you are looking, here, let me change it to this. Hey everybody. So once again, if you are looking for a little bit extra ASVAB help, if you're looking for an intensive program, I'm going to have another tutor with me. We are going to ensure your success, because once again, if your score doesn't improve, we're going to give you your money back. And I'm hoping to just see a lot of students improve their scores and get a lot of really good testimonials, get a lot of students really happy because they got the bonus they want, they got the job they want, and they got the score they want ultimately. So hope to see you guys in the upcoming boot camp. And then once again, we'll see you guys next week for Mini Quiz Monday. All right. Have a great week, everybody.